Good morning. Welcome to our castle.
Well, we spent last night in the castle here in Poland. It's called Castle Czocha.
Czocha Castle. That is a sweet name for a sweet castle, I reckon.
Yeah, we're gonna put the name on the screen for you, but it was an absolutely amazing stay. And I think if you get one of the bigger, better rooms, you would have even a better and magical time.
Do you know what though? I reckon that it doesn't matter what room you get. When you stay in a place like this, it's all about having a wander around and seeing what's here and the history and stuff that's involved as well. So
It's absolutely brilliant.
before we get kicked out, let's take you for a quick stroll around. That's nice.
It's nice.
Oh, we're in the audio. Shh. Forget your camera, mate.
Got me.
Influencers be like.
Yeah. Hey, there is a moose. Even as a tourist, you're never ever going to explore this castle properly. I've read that there is over 40 secret passages, but till this day, there's only 13 or 14 that has been discovered. And the castle, it was built in 13th century. So there's so many secrets in here that we don't even know about. Nobody knows about.
It is so cool wandering around here. There's not very many people around. And you just got to try your luck on every door and walk in and see what's there. It's great.
This castle was beautiful and just magnificent, so you would understand why the German Nazis decided to train their SS soldiers in here for like the special secret ones, I guess. And they were developing some sort of weapons in here and some sort of technology, but nobody really knows till this day what exactly has been going on in here. I know that there's books written about this and you can find a lot of things out there, but I'm not sure 100% what was going on. But I know that when the German Nazis were leaving the castle, it was ransacked by the Russians and then again by the Polish. So everyone was taking anything valuable from the castle. So I'm pretty sure that all of the furniture you will see is not original, but the walls were not destroyed. Well, from eavesdropping, I could hear that the castle is state-owned, something to do with some army, and they come here every now and then, do some trainings and some little maintenance jobs. Who runs the hotel and how that works out, I have no idea.
It would have been great to actually go on one of the tours and go around, but sadly it's all in Polish, so I think that would have been a couple of hours not really well spent.
She did talk quite fast. I think there's so much history and, you know, I probably wouldn't be able to even translate it in time for you. We stayed at a secure location last night, but that's not an excuse not to put your lock.
For me, this light lock is the bare minimum that I would use when travelling. It's light and portable and convenient enough for us to use with a bit of confidence. And this one just lives in its protective pouch, which more importantly protects, if it gets dirty and wet, it protects the other things I got in the pannier bag. And I just drop that one down in there. Now, we get told so often that we're a bit overcautious with our bikes, taking turns, leaving them at the supermarkets and things, and using a lock everywhere we go. And I can hear you now, so you don't need a lock there. But let me ask you this. How many of you have had a motorcycle stolen and you didn't put the lock on or whatever because you thought, it'll be all right there for 2 minutes. I'm only nipping in for 2 minutes. And that's when it happens. And sadly, because we don't know. So for me, having the lock on, having the tracker fitted, the Moto 9, and having good bike insurance as well from Bike Shore, it all adds up to me actually being able to sleep at night when I can't see the bike. To me, it's worthwhile. Ready? Well, goodbye to the Czocha Castle. That was an amazing stay. And that's something I think that we will probably remember for a very long time. Very memorable.
This is added to my go-to places that I've been to and I will definitely return to. For anyone speaking Polish, it's Castle Czocha. Well, I can understand it's not the easiest to pronounce, is it?
Well, it's not often you get to stay in a castle. It's not often that we spend that much really on an overnight stay, but you know, life's for living, and when there's something like that that you really want to do and you can do it, you absolutely should. Saying that you'll do something later very often turns into never, and that's what we're all about, is trying to encourage people to get out on your bikes, go out on adventures, whether it's a big one or a small one in your local area, whether it's going to stay somewhere you wanted to go or try a meal that you've never tried. Go and do these things.
Absolutely, and we meet so many people with so many amazing but tragic stories, and they are riding, and some tragic events make them realise that you just have to get out and do it, and just do it. Honestly, you will not regret it.
And something else that you won't regret is coming here to Poland. I mean, just look around us, it is absolutely stunning, and Poland very often gets a very good summer. We've been a couple of times now passing through on our trips through Europe, and the weather is almost always fantastic. Don't come in winter though, you'll need a big coat. Bloody freezing. Is that an alien on there? Look at that alien on the town sign. I feel like, especially like now for example, you stop in this area and you find out about some of the war history and you start researching and you realise there's so much more to see, but time is our nemesis. So we have to move on with our plan. For those who have not been watching, I have a British passport, which means that I have a deadline to get out of the Schengen zone for travel. I've used up my 90 days almost. In fact, I only have about 4 left. So we are heading south. We have about 746 kilometers to where I'm safe basically, and well, near enough out of the Schengen zone. So today we have to get the miles done. We're going to head down south. We've got a few countries to cross. We've no idea how far we're going to get, but that's basically the plan.
We're just going through a town nearby the castle that we stayed at, and it's so lovely. I wouldn't mind having a little flat somewhere here. Just looks really nice.
Parts of this look like rural France. You half expect to see a bloke carrying a baguette or something with him down the road.
Yeah, really nice. Maybe it is some sort of leftovers after the medieval times, because if you had a castle down there not far from here, there must have been some people living around.
Look how well looked after this cemetery is. It's so different to the UK. Every single plot there has you know, vases and flowers and things. Well looked after and maintained.
Yeah, people really take care of the dead ones, as funny does that sound, but you know, it's still more important to spend time with your loved ones before they die, not just visit the cemetery and bring them flowers. I assume this is a tourist attraction in here. We're just coming into a mountain region, and so we're just starting to see the hills. Hopefully we're just gonna touch on it a little bit before we drop down to Czech Republic.
Very pretty roads around here. Anyone that tells you that Poland is just flat farmland is very, very wrong. Of course, there is a lot of that. There's also a lot of woodlands and things. I imagine that there is a lot of good off-roading and tech to be had here as well.
Yeah, there is a big map on TET around Poland. I don't know if there is one in this region, but we're not doing TET this time. But yeah, we are in Karkonoski Park Narodowy, so National Park in Karkonosze, I think.
Wolves, deer and all kinds of things hiding in these forests. We're enjoying some good twisties up here through the forest, and we're told that there's a place here called Dead Man's Corner. Oh, we think this might be it on account of there's a big corner coming up. Do you think we should park here?
I think we should ride the corner, shouldn't we? Zakręt śmierci. Yeah, that's the Dead Man's Corner now. The whole fun is in riding it, isn't it?
Well, I'm guessing they call it Dead Man's Corner because if you get it wrong, you go over that little wall.
Must be. That's merely a switchback, isn't it? I'm not the one for walking, so I never actually spent time in the mountains of Poland. Well, I do know that a lot of people come here, especially during winter, so it is a popular location for tourists. I bet you can do a lot of skiing in this areas.
Well, the corners are definitely livening up round there. The only problem with Poland is that they're not really used to corners. That's our theory anyway, and so the speed limit drops right down when you get good corners. In the UK, this would still be national speed limit, crack on. What's this? Cantor. We are now going over the Czech border, so that is the end of Poland this time. Well, it is a shame to be leaving Poland. You know, so often we leave countries and you think, oh, we just didn't have enough time there, we didn't get to see it all. And that is definitely the case here with Poland. We've got this time restriction. Well, we're liking the Czech roads so far. Twisty coming back down through these hills. But those low speed limits seem to have disappeared and we are back to 90 in these roads. Looks like you are responsible for yourself here and your own stupidity, which is alright by me.
We don't have very much time to be sightseeing in Czech Republic, but still we are not taking the most direct and the quickest route possible. We are avoiding motorways. There's loads of gravel. Oh no. Well, that's the beauty of going on the small roads. So yeah, we're going on the small roads, and Czech Republic has been pretty nice so far to ride. Loads of twisty roads.
Seems to be endless cute small towns and villages. Amazing churches. There's a lot of churches here.
Well, you must have a church in each village.
And just for entertainment's sake, this place is called Pekka. For the childish amongst you.
It's really lovely. Oh, I like this. I'm so surprised in like a really positive way.
We are riding through Horice, I think, and it is absolutely stunning. What a place. Since the moment we crossed over the border into Czech, we've been like really taken back actually. It's a really beautiful place, great roads, great small towns. We do though need a petrol station very soon. I'm in my reserve and have been for the last 12 kilometers.
Petrol first. I know that Czech Republic's got its own money, so be interested to see how much is what.
Luckily, somebody asked me the other day what we do about that. We don't carry any cash. Well, we carry euros because it's used in a lot of different places, but we have a bank card from Starling.
Yeah.
And Starling we can use anywhere and it will convert the money, and we can also take money out from different cash machines and local currency. So it's a really good one if you're travelling. Right, well that's the bikes filled up. It costs £1.20 a litre here. So we've decided that we're just going to move the bikes over here out of the way. There's a bit of food and stuff available there. We're going to take a bit of a lunch break here. See what's on offer. It does appear that on Mondays everything is shut here. We had a restaurant down the road, Moto Rest, and yeah, that is shut on Monday, as is most things it seems. So petrol station lunches, which in fairness is often pretty good. It saves us a lot of time as well. One of the jobs we were going to do while we're in Poland was change our tyres, but believe it or not, these Pirelli STR tyres that came with the Tenere from standard have done now, let me check, 14,500 kilometers. So that's coming up to now about 10,000 miles by the time we're done with them. So as I say, we were going to change them in Poland, but they've still got some life left in them. So we thought we would use them up heading down towards where we're going, and then we're going to change some tyres for something more suitable for the roads that we're going to ride down there. So ultimately, to get out of the Schengen zone, I need to get into Bosnia. So we're going to have the tyres changed in Croatia. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's the wear markers on these. So we're not quite down to those yet. So those STRs, they got to last us about another 650 kilometers to the place where we're getting the tyres. So what I've done is I've called ahead to a guy, and he said that he fits the tyres, but he needs to order in the tyres specially for us. So he's bringing us some K60 Scouts. They should be ordered in and brought to us, and waiting at the guy's garage for us to do when we get there. Okay, ride safe.
Hello.
There's a nice chap here. I assume he rides or rode a Ducati because he's got a lanyard around his neck and he's really interested in our bikes, but not much English going on, so
No big tempo, temperature.
slowly.
Mini woman, big bike.
Uh-huh. Mini woman, big bike, he says.
See ya!
Proof that bikers at least can have a conversation through noises and pointing, even though neither of you really understand each other through the different languages. But nice guy.
Well, I could understand from what he was saying that he was being stupid and he rode his motorcycle without a helmet, had an unfortunate crash,
I think he said he had a coma for 2 months.
Yeah, he had a coma for 2 months and he is not okay ever since, and I'm pretty sure he meant that he's not allowed to ride or have a license because he's got an epileptic seizures now, and he just keeps saying, you know, it's my own stupidity, I did this. So please be careful, all the best for the road. So nice guy, very sad though, sad story.
Even sadder than that though, I did not get any lunch in there. The only thing they had was those petrol station hot dogs, and I've had my fill with that now. So hopefully a better opportunity will turn up later, but we did guzzle a big bottle of water each, which was very much appreciated. It is 31 degrees today. I'll tell you what I find really interesting is that you can cross over a border. This is a, you know, a line that man has decided, just a line in the sand really. And yeah, it feels like everything changes when you go over it. We left Poland earlier on, and as soon as we got into Czech, you know, the roads changed, the speed limits, the whole sort of feel of riding there changes. You go to a petrol station looking for dinner on the other hand, in Poland you're getting a nice home cooked meal at the side of the road, mashed potatoes and chicken and all the rest of it, but I wasn't lucky enough in this one. But that's the beautiful thing about travelling, isn't it? Going through different countries and just seeing how it is, seeing which ones you prefer, what you like, what you don't like. I love it, can never get enough.
We're just riding along this road and we saw the restaurant that's supposed to be motorcycle themed, and the Google Maps says it was closed, but I just saw the door open and people sat outside, so we just turned around on the roundabout there, and we're gonna see if it's actually open. It's the yellow one, Moto Rest. We're looking at the pictures, it looks motorcycle related, but who knows.
We just had fun and games trying to order from the menu.
Yeah, so I've noticed this when you travel and you're trying to Google Translate the menu, sometimes it just doesn't quite get it right. And so we were trying to figure out what sort of meat goes into which dish, and I thought I was ordering pork, but it wasn't really pork, and we went through...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
So we found through some common ground that the lady here speaks a little bit of Polish, no English, and she does speak German though.
She's really, really nice though.
But anyway, so we're trying to find out what meat was in each dish, and so Eva took it upon herself to try to make the noises of the animal that she thought she was going to be eating.
So I'm saying moo, as if, is it a cow? And she says boo.
But after she went, so you did take boo, whatever makes that noise.
Whatever makes a boo.
We assume cow, right? Because moo, boo.
So.
But it transpires that in different languages, so if you say in English, what noise does a pig make? You would say oink oink. But in Poland you would say...
I think it's chrum chrum.
Since when did a pig go chrum chrum?
I don't know. Just always has.
So what noise does a dog make?
How, how?
Woof woof.
How, how?
Cat? Meow. Horse?
Oh, I don't know. What does a horse sound like?
No.
Oh. Ee-ha-ha. That's a horse.
So anyway, we have discovered that we have no idea what meat it is we're eating through making noises.
You still might not be even speaking the animal language.
Dinner's turned up, and we're about to find out what goes boo. Ghosts in it. Must be eating ghosts.
Maybe.
That's Eva's lovely looking dinner, to which we have absolutely no idea what that is.
There's knedler, which is
Bread?
like dumplings, supposed to be.
What meat is it? Can you guess?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you in a minute.
Pull it out and see if we can figure it out.
It looks
That's
like
beef, I reckon, isn't it? And this is mine, which we believe to be pork.
I'm pretty sure this is whipped cream.
Is that like jam on top of it?
Yeah. It's not bad.
Come on then, let's try it.
Okay, go on. All of it. It's not spicy, it's just like...
It's like a mild curry sauce on bread.
Yeah.
With a random dollop of whipped cream and jam on the top. That is random, isn't it?
And the lemon. Definitely beef, yeah. It looks good what you got.
I think that's some sort of sausage, that. Chorizo maybe. This could be spicy.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not bad. It's not bad.
You didn't want the hot dog, so here you go.
Yeah, that's better than the petrol station hot dog.
Yeah.
You try it.
Yeah, well. Whoa.
We gotta go quick. Eva left her dinner on the table. That's the thing though, you gotta try something new, ain't you? But it can't always be good, can it?
Yeah, that just wasn't for me.
I did take a quick video inside. I'm not sure how much of the decor I can show you, but if you imagine what a 15-year-old bedroom looks like, yeah, it's a bit like that. A lot of posters with ladies representing the motorcycles and stuff, with a lack of clothes. Yeah, very cool. It's like what was acceptable in the UK a few years ago.
Oh well. We've been, we've seen, and we can move on. It is always so bad leaving food on the table when the staff is so nice. The lady in there was really, really nice. So I felt bad, but I just couldn't force it. That just wasn't my flavours.
Well, mine, you'd be pleased to know, wasn't too bad at all.
I know, I had some.
Yeah, you rate half, yeah.
Is it? No toilets? We just stopped at the petrol station I think we're really tired now. We've been riding for I don't know how long, but many kilometers. So there's no campsites around. The next one is 1 hour 3 minutes away. That's 64 kilometers. We're gonna see if we can hold on that long.
Well, who knew Czech would be so amazing? The roads here are just excellent. I have been entertained since the moment we crossed over the border. No more of that 40 mph or kilometers an hour nonsense every time you come near a corner here. The sun is shining, beautiful countryside to ride through, and the lovely sound of my CP2 blaring through these fields. What a life we have to live. We've only been here for one day, and it's obviously really difficult to judge a country in such a short amount of time. But for somewhere to drive or for riding, this place has just been absolutely fantastic. I had an absolute blast today. Well, we're just arriving at the campsite now, but we have not booked and we cannot get hold of anybody on the phone. So we're hoping we can just rock up, find somewhere to put our tent. I see an empty field, nobody about. Just doesn't look very popular, does it? There's a car there with open windows, so I suggest somebody's here. Reception, altars open till 7 or 8 o'clock up there. I reckon this place is shut. We'll get back to you and let you know how we get on. Alright, well, it turns out there is absolutely nobody about. Apparently there was an old boy here earlier on today, but he's gone home because it's nice and quiet, and fair play to him too. So we found this out from a Dutch couple who were staying in a van in this field at the back, so we're just going to go and pitch up and we'll square up tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be fine. Looks like a nice small place.
Looks quite peaceful in there, so we're just going to set up a tent. As if by magic, the tent is here. Did you miss sleeping in a tent, Rich?
I have actually. We did consider very briefly looking on booking.com for somewhere to stay tonight. But do you know what? All the hassle of taking your bags up to the room and all the rest of it, and then you don't know what you're going to get for a bed. I'd much rather have my own things and have my bike right next to me.
Before I relax for the evening, there's one last job left to do, which is go into the shop. So I'm gonna just go to Lidl. It's about 6 minutes drive from here. I'm gonna leave Rich in charge of finish setting up, and hopefully I can buy some simple food we can just eat tonight and tomorrow morning.
Well, Eva's back and we have lucked out. It has got dark again really quick.
Yeah, it did.
Bit of a nuisance that is. That's one thing we really loved about being in the north.
Yeah, I miss Norway.
It's really helpful, that was, being light all the time. But anyway, speaking of being helpful, there is a really cool kitchenette type thing going on here, which means we haven't got to sit outside with a transit, and we've got the lights so we can see what we're doing.
Yeah. I bought some marinated chicken breast in butter and garlic.
Smells awesome, that, already.
Chicken and 2 salads. One is lentil carrot salad with hummus, and this
one is a bulgur chickpea salad with cranberries and hummus. That is pretty random, but I reckon that'll be alright. Strange combination, that. Let's give it a whirl. It's alright. Wow, what a day it has been today. Honestly, I've had a brilliant day. From waking up in a castle to blasting around, you know, those awesome roads today in the sunshine.
It was pretty good.
Really good.
I really liked the roads in Poland and in Czech. We only have done about 300 kilometers.
I don't know that's possible.
You know, it was altogether about 5 hours riding, not counting the breaks and things like that. And it really felt like a full-on day. It felt like I should be sleeping already because I'm pretty tired.
Well, that is pretty much the plan now. So we're going to get our heads down. But we are back in our tent, and therefore we would like to thank Robin and Rebecca, who bought us a nice motor camping on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you
Thank
very
you very
much to you
much.
both, and thank you to everybody who watches, joins in, interacts, hits that thumbs up button. All of these things are, you know, what adds up to keeping these videos coming. So thank you very much, and join us again in the next one.
Love you,
Love you, bye.